What up, my beautiful family? It's your girl Brittany here with another video for Beyond Beauty. Today I did my attempt at the what are these called? I don't even know what these are called. Fishtail eyebrows. Yes, they are ridiculous. Yes, they are unnecessary. Yes, they are just a step away from the squiggly brows of 2017. However, you know what, I decided, because I don't necessarily do this at all, I decided to take on a trend that's going on online, and I want you guys to see how I did it. So get into this look. It's just a very clean beauty look with a bright red lip, and of course I wanted to, in honor of us ending and wrapping up Black History Month this year, I wanted to go ahead and rock my Bantu knots, especially because we are still in the season of Black Panther and Wakanda, and it is Wakanda forever till I die. And yes, we want to also give a shout out to the, what are they called, the Della Melage, or the sisters in the movie. Yes, the bald sisters. We are doing this all for them and all for our people. So continue to watch the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, as well as hit that like button. And if you really mess with your girl, go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you are up on all of my videos. Thank you so much, and let's get right into it. Okay, so first things first, I'm taking this Murray's pomade. Yes, it's that old school Murray's pomade for the waves. I'm using that on the outskirts of my brows. You can use Elmer's glue or even like a beeswax, anything that's going to really get your hair to lay down. Now I'm taking Sacha Buttercup powder, and I'm just packing that onto the area that I applied the wax or the pomade onto. And in doing so, the powder helps to absorb the grease. And now what I'm doing is I'm taking my foundation color, you can use concealer or whatever, and I'm stippling. As you can see, I'm kind of just tapping it right on that area that I applied the wax and the powder to. And what this is doing is just camouflaging the hair so that it looks like there's no hair there at all. And then also you want to make sure that when you're doing that, you want to just lightly pack and stipple. You don't want to brush, you don't want to wipe, you don't want to move the wax or whatever, the glue or whatever you're using, because it will affect the way that the makeup comes out. Now what I'm doing, and this is all just freehand, so what I did was I took like this dark brown, eyebrow powder, and what I'm doing is just like kind of freehanding the shape of the brow. Now I feel like in this application I could have probably done a little bit different of a shape, but again, I was just kind of freestyling. And so what I'm doing is I'm just really like just kind of focusing on the front part, not the parts that I had kind of blended out into my skin, but just like the top part of the brow. I'm just going in and filling that in, and I'm creating almost as if it's like a reverse brow. So the brow end of the brow is going upward towards the temple of my head, and then I'm just filling it in. Now I'm just giving my baby some love because she just was kind of right there and she wanted to be a part of the video, so say hi to Rayma. And now what I did was I'm taking that powder and I'm going, I skipped a part. If you can see, I left some of that skin out so you can kind of see, like, it almost looks like a cut in my eyebrow, and that's the whole point of covering your brow initially, is so that it looks like you have a cut in your eyebrow in case you don't really want to cut your real eyebrows. I do not suggest that, but if that's your style, go ahead by all means. And now I'm just kind of doing the same thing on the opposite side, just going up, like using a reverse eyebrow technique, going and putting that angle up towards the temple of my head, filling it in, and just kind of going, tracing my natural brow, you know, where it starts, and then like kind of going all the way back. And then if you see me rubbing myself with tissue, I had actually oiled my scalp that morning, and so you'll notice a trend. You know, I am a natural girl, I'm a Black girl, natural girl, and my hair sometimes will be dripping on camera, so don't trip. Anyway, yeah, so now I'm just kind of, I filled it in, and now I just kind of added that second half. I kind of acted as if that eyebrow continued, so it cut and then it kind of continued down, so you would just kind of create that shape where your natural brow will grow. For me, in this case, I actually drew them a little thicker than I normally would, and that was because I wanted to kind of create more drama for this look. Now what I'm doing is I took that definer brush that I have, I always use this in my videos, it's the Wet n Wild Dollar definer brush, and I took my concealer. I'm using an LA Girl Pro Concealer, and the color's Almond. I'm just kind of going around the shape of the brow just to clean it up. So you would kind of go around the brow like you normally would, just kind of filling it in and just kind of using a lighter shade so that you can create that illusion as if your brows are shaped that way really. And so what I'm doing now is just blending the brows out. And also you want to make sure you put some concealer in those areas where it looks like there's a cut in your eyebrow as well. From here, I'm using my foundation. This is actually a Matchmaster foundation, but I'm using a Clinique doe foot applicator for it. And now I'm using my blending brush, blending my foundation out, staying away from my brows, and also the ends of my hair. As you can see, I kind of blended into my hairline. And now you see that I took a concealer brush and I'm going around my brows. Now I had the idea to actually go a little bit darker, so now I'm using a really deep brown color, and that's just to add more dimension to the brows. And now I'm using that same almond color from LA Girl, the Pro Concealer, and I'm using a concealer brush from Wet n Wild and just going ahead and putting concealer on my under eye area, blending it out with a, that one's a Real Techniques blending sponge, and using the Sacha Buttercup powder to just bake that concealer under my eye. Now I decided not to go too crazy on the eye makeup because I feel like the brows are just dramatic enough, and I kind of wanted to go really natural. So what I did was I just decided to use a natural color palette, and so I did a natural eyeshadow look, starting off with this really pretty, it's just like a really nice like brown color, medium brown, and I'm using that Morphe 39A palette, which I friggin' love. Going ahead, blending using that e.l.f. crease brush and adding that really basic, it's almost like a camel color. And then now I'm taking another brush that's kind of a crease brush as well, on a double-ended brush, and I'm using a shade that's a little bit darker. Now this one's a little bit more like a sable versus a camel, and so it has a little bit more of a red undertone, and it's a little bit deeper, and I'm just kind of enhancing and elevating that color, and so you can see more dimension and more depth there. And I'm blending that one out right on my crease. And now I'm taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer again, that definer brush again, and going right over my lids and just kind of covering my lids with that concealer. And this is going to be like a quick, like no biggie, not too fussy of somewhat of a cut eyes. And so I'm taking that color. It's like this really pretty vanilla, like almost a hint, oh, you know what, more like a beige. It's like a hint darker than a vanilla shade. It's like a beige color, and I'm just putting that right on my brow bone. And again, I'm just adding a little darker of a brown. Now this one would be more like a chestnut, and I'm just kind of using that one, adding that one right in the crease to add a little bit more drama, a little bit more dimension. I'm blending that Sacha Buttercup powder out, and there's that same chestnut color I'm using again, and this time I'm going to use it on a liner brush, or rather an angled brush, and I'm going to do that one for my eyeliner. And so I'm using powder for my eyeliner. Unlike my other videos, normally you would see me using liquid or cream eyeliner because I like more of a pop because my eyes are pretty small, and I like to kind of bring more drama and attention to my eyes. But in this case, I wanted to keep it really soft, really natural looking, and so I'm using the Too Faced, I think this was called like Better Than False mascara, Better Than False Lashes, I think, mascara, and I'm using the Mega Protein mascara from Wet n Wild, and of course these are the fibers, and I kind of zoomed in here so you could see the fibers that I'm just kind of attaching. And so the Better Than False Lashes is pretty dope because you can use those fibers, and it adds length to your lashes and it adds a lot of volume. Now in this case, my mascara was actually dry, and so I was trying to apply it and it just would not stick. So I just said forget it and moved on to my highlighter, which is like my favorite one nowadays. This is the Forever 21 highlighter, believe it or not. I don't know the name of it. I think it's called Blush. Just on the packaging it's called Blush. I'm just using that right on my cheekbone. It has like a pinky tone, which is just gorgeous on medium skin tones and deeper skin tones, and it could be used as a highlighter. For lighter skin tones, I would just use that as a blush, not necessarily as a highlight. Now I'm taking this powder, I believe this is a Lancome powder, pressed powder, and just kind of setting that makeup. And now I'm taking my Ruby Woo lipstick, my OG, my old faithful, the Red Velvet old retro matte lipstick, Ruby Woo. I just really haven't found a red color that's just more beautiful, and I just love it. Now I'm taking that same highlighter and putting it on the Cupid's bow just to enhance the shape of my lips, since I didn't use a lip liner. And I'm taking a brush, I believe this is the smaller brush, definer brush, and I took that and just applied a little bit to my lips and added a little, what looked like a gloss or just a little highlight there. And that concludes the look. You guys, thank you for watching. Go ahead and smash that like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Wakanda forever.